All right, welcome back to the last of the unboxing videos.
Right, so we're down to just the Snizzard now. So there's the Snizzard box. Also has the new art on there. And there's the back. There's the art. So what do we think about the Snizzard?
It's a very intense looking monster.
Yep.
And he has is that a whip? A whip?
It looks like a whip.
Is there any monsters that you want them to release?
Oh, several. I have been wanting and saying and tweeting in forums that I want them to do Bones, as he's like the first monster that they ever went up against. And I want them to do the Nasty Night from Happy Birthday, Zach. And I also really want them to make a Darkonda. You know, just to name a few. So we have this with the new packaging with the plastic and all that. Looks like this one also has some ties in the back that we'll have to cut. So pretty much all the monsters that they've done before have had a previous Bandai release, although Rita never really had one, at least not in the original seasons, but they did have a Zed. Finster, Goldar, you know. But we had a Squat and Babu also, but they haven't done them yet. They should do a 2-pack for that. But everybody really, really wants a Vulcan Skull.
They should be doing, I hope they'll be doing that in the next wave or so. And even if they did the ones from the comics, that would have still been cool too.
Okay, so this bag mostly had the accessories, the tail, the bow, the whip, and the blast effect piece there. So, yeah. Yep. And this one has tape on it. Yep, and there he is, fresh out of the bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Looks good.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely got the taller aspect as the other monsters do.
Well, yeah, the thing about that is that they wanted to make the monsters feel larger than life, and like, okay, granted, some of them were taller than the Rangers, but they were also taller than Goldar, which does not make any sense. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it looks like this will just fit in the joint there, so I probably just have to snap it in, kind of like I do helmets, you know? Okay. Yep. So there's that.
His tail.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any?
Have you noticed that his arms are snakes?
Oh yeah, and his legs are snakes.
Mm-hmm. Snakes.
Well, what would you say is the most terrifying Power Ranger villain?
villain or a monster? Because
Both.
you have like the main bosses from the seasons, you know.
Well, I would say
You have the generals like Goldar and Rito, you know.
Well, I'd say both. The scariest monster. Can you unhinge his jaw?
You should be able to somehow, but I don't know if you just if there's because in the original Bandai release for this monster, there's kind of like a tab in the back, and you would press it, and then this would come out.
Well, it looks like there's a way to do it. There's a bend on his stomach.
Let's see. Okay, looks like you can just bend it out.
Okay.
Yeah. And on the inside, he's got more snakes.
Well, he is the Snizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's snake lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're a young child.
Well, I'd still have to give the scariest debut to Lord Zed. That was haunting and chilling. You know, and Lord Zed was like a brand new, character also. Like, he was not in any of the Super Sentai. He's an American villain.
I wonder what villain they had from Super Sentai then. Or was it just continuous with Rita?
I haven't watched all of them, so I don't know. So, there's that. See? Got the whip, bow and arrow, and then the piece over here.
Does it go on?
Should go on top somehow.
Oh, like that.
Like that, kind of like that.
Weird, but okay.
Yep. So, what monsters would you want to see?
I don't know. Trying to think what. Well, I would like to see Rito. I don't think they've made him.
Yeah, they haven't made a Rito yet.
I'd like to see
they have
him.
a Bandai Rito. You know, classically, but
I would like to see the what is his name?
So if you see here comparatively, it's like, way taller.
What is the bad guy from my favorite season?
He's like enormous comparatively. I mean, maybe make him like a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
A half-inch taller at best, but this is like way bigger.
Yeah.
It's like a full inch taller, I think. And like all the monsters are definitely taller than Goldar, which didn't make any sense.
No, it did not. What was the bad guy from my favorite season?
What's your favorite season? Light Speed, Rescue, Force, Time Jungle?
Exactly. Mystic Force.
Mystic Force. Well, who did you like from Mystic Force?
I liked all of them. I liked the main.
And there's this.
That would to have that would have been a good one. Have anyone, honestly, anyone from Mystic Force, because there is not any Mystic Force from Lightning Collection.
No. You just really like the capes.
Who doesn't like the capes from Mystic Force?
Because they're so fashionable.
They're so fashionable, and it's such an underrated season. You have...
Because of the capes.
Because of the capes. And you have the head, who is also the snow... What was her name?
Adana?
What?
The white snow ranger?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to see her, even though she's a good person. And
well, she's not a monster.
She's not a monster, but what was the main villain? Or am I getting confused with seasons? That could be.
Who are you thinking of? Are you thinking of a snow villain? Because there was one in What was the one where they had Operation Overdrive? There was a snow villain in
But
that
I didn't
one.
watch Operation Overdrive.
Well, who are you thinking of then?
I'm thinking of he was the main villain from Mystic Force, who later turned out to be Nick's father.
Leanbow?
Yes.
Leanbow, that guy?
Yes.
And he was red and good and all like mystical and stuff with his knight armor, and then he sacrificed himself and turned purple and evil.
Yes.
And then he was Korag.
He was Korag. That's who it was. Korag. I think that would be.
You want Korag?
I think that would be cool to have Korag because we have the. I don't know. Do we have any?
Any what?
Any knights? We have one from Dino. Dino Charge.
Dino Charge.
The one that has like 90 Rangers in it.
The Gold Ranger was a knight. He himself was a knight. His powers weren't really like knight
related,
but he did have a sword. Like his own weapon was a sword, you know. So there's that, and then he had kind of like the shoulder pad armor stuff. So I guess similar, perhaps. Yeah, and then there's Lean Bow, and then Wes inherited knight powers when he got his red battle warrior armor.
right?
Yeah, those came from a knight.
And then there was a recent knight.
Who?
Wasn't he recent? The most recent season of Power Rangers. Wasn't he a knight?
Which guy?
The bad guy?
What bad guy?
The bad guy also in purple armor. They're all in purple.
You mean Void Knight?
Yes. Void Knight. This is what happens when you're running on
coffee
and 2 hours of sleep. Mm-hmm. Void Knight. And then because he gave his powers to
the Red Ranger.
The Red Ranger.
But then the girl he woke up was evil, and then did like evil armor and spells on him and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Yep. Anyone else that you would want to see as a monster or a ranger, or just in general any characters?
Well, like I said, really anyone from Mystic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. Have they done anyone with Lightspeed?
No, they haven't done any Lightspeed yet.
I think that one would have, Carter and even, Miss. What is her? Oh my gosh. The one that
you keep like you can see him in your head.
I can
but
see him in my brain.
Name them.
The one that the Green Rangers always.
Miss Fairweather.
Miss Fairweather.
You want a Miss Fairweather?
Well, just because we don't really have a lot of. I don't think we have any really civilian non-Rangers.
We have no civilians whatsoever. Any civilians that you've seen have all been customs.
Yeah.
Or maybe they took the civilian head off of one and swapped it with another character from something else.
Which I think would be an interesting thing for Hasbro to do, because we do have certain civilians that do work with the Power Rangers that aren't Rangers themselves.
Yeah, let's get let's do what is it? Hasbro the thing where you like pledge the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do one of those for Ernie and his juice bar.
There you go. That'd be the best.
The counter.
The counter with Ernie.
And
have little
his
juices.
Juice machine.
The little juices.
Little neon light with the stools. And have like Punk, Bulk, and Skull there.
There you go. And the lights actually work.
Yeah, and the lights actually work.
Or like the neon lights.
It'll be like $400.
There you go. Hasbro, jump on that for us, please.
Let's see. There's Punk, Bulk, and Skull, and then there were Elvis, Bulk, and Skull.
Police, Bulk, and Skull.
Yeah, Junior Police Patrol, Bulk, and Skull. Detective, Bulk, and Skull. Scientist, Bulk, and Skull.
From the comics, you have Ranger, Bulk, and Skull.
You have Ranger, Bulk, and Skull from the comics. You got Bulk, but not really like Bulk, but the actor, Paul Schreier, he was Hyperforce Yellow. There's that. You have Piano Skull.
Oh, I forgot that he was like...
Yeah, he's like an expert pianist because he's been practicing for like literally 15 years in a row. That's why the Machine Empire wanted to capture him and take him to their, Eyes Wide Shut party.
Did they really?
Okay, so pop quiz for you and anybody who's watching. What are Bulk and Skull's names? Like their actual first names?
Well, it's Eugene.
Eugene what?
Bulkmeyer?
No.
Bulkovich?
Bulkovich? No. Eugene what?
I know is it Eugene Skullmeyer?
No, it's not Eugene Skullmeyer.
It is Eugene. I know it is.
It is Eugene Skullmeyer.
Skulovich?
Yes, Eugene Skulovich.
And
what's Bulk's?
Oh, I don't remember what Bulk's name is.
Farkas Bulkmeyer.
I mean, those are some names right there.
Farkas Bulkmeyer and Eugene Skulovich. And they have tangled with just about as many monsters as the Rangers have. In fact, together, they have probably tangled with more monsters than any Ranger team put together. Because if you take, like, the original 5, they dealt with maybe, like, 60 or so monsters. But Bulk and Skull kept going all the way up together until Space, and then they were separated in the Lost Galaxy. So any single team of Rangers, they have dealt with more monsters. They have more experience with monsters than any single Ranger team.
That's true.
Yeah. Alright, so this is the Snizzard. Final thoughts on this guy?
Final thoughts? I think it's a great monster.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have too many monsters currently out.
I think this is like the 6th one.
It would be good to get some more monsters. And not just like...
They've all been like season 1 monsters out.
Yeah.
The season 1 though, I'd still like to get Bones and a Nasty Knight.
Yeah.
I'd also like to get from Zeo. I'd like to get Archerina and Prince Gasket in a 2-pack. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. I mean, really anyone from the Machine Empire would be cool to have.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to have, we do have the Putties and the Cogs and the Tangas.
Yes. Yeah. And then in space we had the Piranatrons. Yep.
Well, I really think this is the Boxing Day. I think was a successful day.
Like 5 boxes all delivered on the same day, which was crazy.
Yeah. And if there's any monsters or any other Rangers or anyone else that you think Hasbro should do, let us know in the comments.
Just all of them.
Just all of them. And yeah.
Yeah.
Well, until next time, we'll see ya. Bye. Oh, I'm sorry, Snizzard.
Why are you apologizing to a monster?
Because I hit him.
You're supposed to hit him. He's a monster.
Bye.